the channel, I got my 5th finest Hawaiian t-shirt on, and in honor of that, we're counting down my top 5 Captain Lou Albano figures of all time.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 5, a Thursday tradition. As every Thursday, we're counting down my top 5 and occasionally top 10 favorites of something. And today's guest, we got Captain Lou Albano, one of the greatest managers of all time, and really pop culture personality if you get down to it. You can even call his hotline if you want to, but a lot of people know him, of course, from wrestling, actual wrestler. People know him as a manager in wrestling. People know him as Super Mario, and a lot of people always think of the Rock and Wrestling connection with Cyndi Lauper, him being in some Cyndi Lauper videos. I think that's where he had his largest notoriety. And Captain Lou was a character that was a little bit before my time, definitely in his wrestling heyday, even his managerial time. I remember a little bit of the Bulldogs when I was just starting to watch wrestling, and a lot of the stuff I saw from wrestling was renting VHS tapes in the 80s and 90s, going back, seeing some of the Captain Lou stuff of years past. But I definitely remember him from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show and things around that. And of course, he popped in on WWE TV. I think he went to the Hall of Fame, the earlier versions of the Hall of Fame, of course. And then he was back with some Samoans for a while. Bringing those guys back. He was there for a cup of coffee. Kind of in and out is what he was, but definitely a popular figure, definitely a pop culture icon if there ever was one, and definitely a guy that hasn't had as many figures as you would imagine. I always felt Captain Lou should have some more figures. Now that he's under the Mattel umbrella, we've recently got a Superstars figure, recently got a Legends Elite figure. Got to think there might be a couple of Captain Lou's around the corner as well. So maybe we're going to be in treats of the rest of the year into 2025 with some more Captain Lou figures. We'll see what happens. But of course, we're doing a top 5 today. You guys know how this works by now. I'm going to start at number 5, work my way to number 1. Number 1 being my favorite Captain Lou. And of course, you want to talk about your favorite? Put your list in the comments down below and make sure you put them in order. That's the hard part. That is the fun part. But let's get down to business with the Captain Lou top 5. All right, we begin the Captain Lou Albano top 5 countdown, and we go to a line that's near and dear to my heart. It is the Jakks Classic Superstars line, and we go to a trip to Walmart, beautiful this time of year, for the Samoans Captain Lou 3-pack version. We did get multiple Captain Lou's. Maybe you'll see another one in this list from the Classic Superstars line. But this one was a little bit different, as you did get the shirt here in a hard, plasticky, instead of soft goods. And it was a floral pattern, where it was a little bit less floral pattern, I guess, on the other one. But a very bright Captain Lou figure. No doubt about it. You know who this is. It's Captain Lou. Maybe a little tall. Manager's disease from Jakks, as we do know. Has the rubber bands going on. A rubber band around the goatee, the gray goatee. But it looks like Captain Lou all day long. Maybe they were a little generous on the abs on Captain Lou, I would say. But still very iconic, still very cool to get him with the Samoans. The Wild Samoans and Captain Lou go hand in hand, and very cool to get them in a Walmart exclusive 3-pack. That's why this Captain Lou comes in at number 5. We've arrived at the number 4 spot in our Captain Lou countdown, and once again, a little bit of deja vu. We're headed back to the Jakks Class Superstars line. We're going to the solo card series. We're going to Series 12 once again for Captain Lou Albano. Soft Goods puts this one over the top for me. I like the last one. This one a little bit more iconic, and of course, a lot easier to get. A lot of people probably remember this one a lot more than the last one, as this was available everywhere. Last one being a Walmart 3-pack exclusive. But this is Captain Lou, and I remember when this came out. Obviously, I'm not a huge Captain Lou fan. He's not Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jimmy Hart, Jim Cornette for me. But he's definitely an iconic manager, no doubt about it. And I remember being pretty excited about this Captain Lou coming out, as this was really my first Captain Lou figure I ever had. I guess I should walk that back. You definitely got the LJN. You got an old school Jakks statue kind of figure, if you can count that as a figure. We got those in the past, but this was the first one of kind of the modern renaissance of wrestling figures, and that's what we got in Series 12. No doubt about it, he belonged in both Classic Superstars lines. I'm happy to get this one here, and this one kind of reminds me of the current Superstars one a little bit. But this one, Series 12 Classic Superstars, coming in number 4 in the top 5 list. I've hit the halfway point in my Captain Lou countdown. You got your list together, put it in the comments, put it in order as well, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel as we got videos every single day. We've got another YouTube channel with more videos, so make sure you subscribe to both of them. Thank you guys for the support. But now here we are at number 3, and this one been setting the world on fire. Once again, a Walmart exclusive. This time from Mattel. It is the first ever Mattel Captain Lou Albano figure, as it is, of course, the WWE Superstars line. I've said this a lot in the videos over the last few months. The most challenging, difficult, frustrating line I think I've ever had to collect in the wrestling headspace. Very difficult to get these figures. A lot harder than it needs to be. Very unfortunate, because I think this line does resonate with a heck of a lot of people, and unfortunately a lot of those people said it's just not worth the hassle, or they bowed out completely hearing about the hassle. So very disappointing, not good for Mattel. Constant learning, constant improvement. I'm sure they were working to correct this, but there's a Walmart in there too, and I think a lot of it has to do with Walmart and what they want. You know, slave to the grind like a young Sebastian Bach. That's what they are. But Captain Lou Superstars coming in at number 3. An amazing figure. A 2-in-1 figure, you could even say. You can take the soft goods shirt, very reminiscent of the classic Superstar, off if you want to. He just got a chain. He did come with a record. You got soft goods pants that are removable as well. So you can mix and match, and plenty of different hands for Captain Lou. I forgot to mention that. You could really make this your Captain Lou, and you could buy multiples of these and army build them if you want to. But you could make different figures out of this, and I've seen some customizers, myself included, get extras of the Legends, extras of this one, and kind of mix back and forth. So that's something you could do out there. But a slam dunk figure, if there ever was one, this Captain Lou coming in hot at number 3. Dangerously close to the number 1 spot, as we are at the number 2 Captain Louis Albano figure of all time, as voted by me. And number 2 goes back to my childhood. One, a lot of people saw it on the pegs. One, a lot of people did have. What is it? Of course, the iconic LJN Captain Lou Albano. And for me, most of the time outside of Bobby Heenan, the managers, I was always getting the managers. If Kyle, okay, you can get a wrestler. Well, I have every wrestler that's here. I guess I'm going to get Slick. I guess I'm going to get Freddie Blassie. That's kind of how it worked for me. Captain Lou, no different. Very iconic, very memorable, but I didn't need him like I needed a Bobby Heenan. But if I had to choose, and I could go home with nothing or get a figure, Captain Lou Albano's coming home all day long. If you're a smart kid, you're making that choice all the time. But this is an iconic Captain Lou for a lot of years. A little bit of a brick, kind of like Bam Bam Bigelow and King Kong Bundy. He's got some weight to it. He's a bigger figure, but a shorter figure as well. I feel like they got the proportions, especially knowing 1980s toys, pretty good with him. And of course, that iconic t-shirt underneath. You got the vest over the top. You do got the rubber bands going all over in the cheek and on the beard. Got the pointing finger there. It's just all about Captain Lou at the end of the day. And this one, very easily, probably on a lot of people's number 1 spot, and I totally get it. But for me, there was one that eclipsed it. What's number 1? Stay tuned. Here we are at the number 1 Captain Lou Albano figure of all time, as voted by me. Once again, get your list together. Subscribe to this very YouTube channel. And don't forget to give it the old thumbs up. Always helps the channel when you give it the old thumbs up. But here we are, number 1 Captain Lou. Have to imagine this one stole a lot of hearts and never let go like a young Rio. And it's only been a month, something like that. But this is the defining Captain Lou figure, at least as of right now for me. We're going to Mattel. We're going to the Elite Legends Series 22 line for Captain Lou Albano. Coming with extra hands, coming with a record, soft goods shirt, plastic vest over the top, and a beautiful, beautiful head scan that only a mother could love. No, everyone could love on this Captain Lou. Just a fabulous, fabulous first time out of the line Elite Legend figure. It's going to be tough to top this one. I would like to see him try, give us another version possibly. But man, an all-timer of a figure. Currently on sale for $13 at a lot of Targets. Definitely worth the pickup. Even if you're a casual Captain Lou fan, worth the pickup. A very fun figure, a very detailed figure, and possibly a sleeper figure of the year, and possibly a top 10 figure of the year, depending how the back half kind of nets out for us. So Captain Lou Legends Series 22, number 1 is voted by me. Once again, get your list in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. Don't forget my Patreon. Patreon, link in the description. You get early access to videos like this, all kinds of content every single day. Thank you for all this Patreon support out there. You can also support the channel, PrestonTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. You want to hear more about classic superstars? Amazon, Barnes & Noble, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series by yours truly. Check out the book, almost 700 pages. It's It's basically a school textbook is what it is at this point. And there's going to be a test and maybe a couple quizzes along the way. So be ready for those. Hit me up, follow along on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And don't forget, call the hotline, talk to Captain Lou. So for the Captain Lou Albano Top 5, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.